Yamaha Australian Enduro Championship presented by MX Store returns to the iconic hills of Dungog for rounds 3 and 4. A venue that is going to challenge the best of riders with the time card format. Many of the younger riders have never experienced this, however the experienced riders, they know the challenges that are ahead. In Roma we saw Will Ruprecht absolutely dominate the field, only beaten in the very last sprint by Corey McMahon. Corey found his form late in the day, so expect to see some big results out of him this weekend. Another rider that did exceptionally well was Jai Dixon, second throughout the entire day as he come to grips with the new team and the new bike. A local around here, he will be one of the riders to keep an eye on. In the smaller class, Cooper Shotto led the way in the E1, a very deep field and anyone could win that one. Dungog is a round that really could set up the riders for the rest of the championship, so the importance of getting out early and fast in this one cannot be understated.
Will Ruprecht stamped his authority on the day from the outset, delivering a flawless opening WR test to go 9 seconds clear of Corey McMahon and set the tone early. Behind them, the field was tightly packed, with just seconds covering multiple positions as riders fought to adapt to the challenging conditions. Ruprecht continued to build momentum through the following tests, maintaining control at the front, while McMahon applied steady pressure in second. Jai Dixon remained in contention despite an early crash, while Ryan Haywood and Cooper Shotto consistently worked their way into the top 5 outright, highlighting the strength of the E1 category. A standout performance came in MX Store Test 3, where Shotto surged to 3rd place outright, reinforcing the depth of the competition across the field. However, at the front, Ruprecht remained composed and mistake-free, completing a perfect day to secure the Pro Enduro victory.
Yeah, that's right. Day one wrapped up here. We had a really good, clean day, very minimal mistakes, and I was achieving my highest potential, I feel. Tracks were quite difficult, so it was almost about limiting mistakes as much as it was racing the track. So happy to get through clean and regroup, go and walk some tests, and come back tomorrow.
McMahon delivered another strong and calculated performance to finish second outright and take the E3 class win, while Dixon rounded out the Pro Enduro podium and secured second in E2. The E1 class delivered one of the standout battles of the day, with Ryan Haywood and Cooper Shotto locked together from the opening tests. Haywood's consistency kept him in the fight early, while Shotto rebounded strongly after a midday setback to reapply pressure. Jeremy Carpentier added himself to the mix with one of his most competitive performances of the season, matching the leaders across multiple tests and positioning himself firmly in podium contention. By WR Test 4, Haywood and Shotto were separated by just 7 tenths, setting up a decisive final test. Under pressure, a costly mistake for Shotto proved the difference, allowing Haywood to capitalise and secure his very first E1 win at Oz Enduro.
Yeah, really good. Ended up taking the win, which I was really stoked with. It was real close racing between me and Cooper, and I think going into the last test there was only a few seconds in it. But then I put in a real good test and managed to take the win by, I think, 21 seconds in the end, so I was just really stoked with that. Thanks to all my sponsors that helped me back at home. CML Gas, Unifilter, Full Bore, Pirelli, Be Unique, and just everyone else. Thank you.
Shotto finished second, while Carpentier's consistency rewarded him with a well-earned third. Ruprecht's dominance extended across the E2 category, controlling every phase of the day with precision. Dixon, despite his early crash, showed resilience to maintain strong pace throughout and secure second in the class. Kogan Locke's day was far from smooth, with time lost mid-event, but his ability to regroup and claw back positions highlighted his determination, ultimately securing third on the podium. Corey McMahon once again proved the benchmark in E3, converting outright speed into class win with minimal mistakes across the day.
Round 3 was really good for me. was consistent all day, struggled to run the pace of Will. He was riding unreal all day and never slipped up, but looking forward to tomorrow and hopefully progress on what we learned today and have another good day.
Max Midwinter continued his strong form, delivering a consistent ride that kept him firmly inside the top group. He would go on to finish second. Brock Grabham's performance aboard the Stark Bar continued to turn heads, running competitive outright times and securing third in the class, further proving the capability of the electric platform in enduro competition. The EW category saw early challenges shake up the order, with tight margins between the leading riders. Matty Simpson lost time early with a small mistake, but responded strongly midday, claiming a key stage win to remain firmly in contention. Jessica Gardner, completely in sync with the motorcycle, returning to dominant form to secure another round win.
Good day at round 3 here at Nationals. It was quite challenging. The track here behind me flowed really nicely and I enjoyed it. Didn't tear up too much. The other test, the MX Store track, it was really hard to get a flow. Last lap in there I had a disaster, and I knew I had a decent lead, but I was worried I threw it a lot away. I did some pushing and some silly crashes, and it was quite gnarly. So this is why we're some of the toughest riders in the world, is because we can ride stuff like this and then head over, to Portugal later, hopefully this year, and ride some crazy hard dusty stuff like this, and we're ready for it. So yeah, huge thanks to all the Yamaha JGR off-road team and everyone who supports us. Looking forward to tomorrow.
Simpson's recovery earned her second, while Emily Greenquist completed the podium in third. The EJ class delivered one of the most tightly contested battles of the day, with incredibly small margins defining the outcome. Bo Tripconi set the early pace, edging Marcus Nolan by 0.06 of a second in the opening test. The lead group remained separated by less than a second through the early stages, with Kai Austin firmly in the mix. In the final stage, Tripconi delivered under pressure, taking the test win by just half a second to secure the overall victory.
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, tracks were good. Boys kept me on my toes all day. Bull dusty conditions and heaps of technical spots out there, so it's good to have some good competition and go hopefully good for round 4 tomorrow.
Nolan's consistency earned him second, while Austin rounded out the podium in third.
Round 3 at Dungog has shown why it demands respect. Absolutely treacherous conditions out there today, but Ruprecht, an almost flawless day. He comes away with yet another win. The KTM boys had the pressure on all day, hoping for a mistake that just didn't come. They'll be looking to regroup again tomorrow when they run into round 4. And what about Ryan Hayward picking up his first win here in E1? Scoring very highly in the Pro Enduro as well. The smaller bike proving that it has the speed to go up there in Pro Enduro. Tomorrow, it's going to be a tough one. The tracks are brutal. They have got a lot of work ahead of them.
Will Ruprecht carried his momentum from round 3 straight into Sunday, immediately asserting control in the opening WR test. With a clear understanding of the terrain, he set the pace early, while Corey McMahon and Jai Dixon mounted the initial challenge just seconds behind. The closest moment came in WR Test 2, where McMahon pushed to within half a second of Ruprecht in one of the tightest finishes of the weekend. Despite the pressure, Ruprecht remained composed and consistent, maintaining control through the remaining tests. Executing another near-perfect performance, Ruprecht secured back-to-back wins in Dungog and his third consecutive Pro Enduro victory.
Yeah, that was an awesome weekend for the team and myself. It's very rare that you get the bike 100% and rider, and that was what you saw here this weekend. That's the best I've felt in a few years, so I'm really pumped to be developing the bike with the team and also hitting my marks as a rider. 1-1 for the weekend, so really happy with this momentum. Good points weekend, and we'll take that to the next round.
McMahon again delivered a strong and calculated ride to finish second, while Dixon completed the podium and continued to build valuable championship points. The E1 class once again produced a tightly contested battle, with Jeremy Carpentier taking the early advantage in the difficult conditions. Hayward and Shido remained close throughout, trading time across multiple tests and ensuring the pressure never eased. A midday setback for Carpentier briefly tightened the field, with Shido and Hayward capitalising to close the gap. However, Carpentier responded when it mattered most, regaining composure across the final tests. Hayward pushed hard in the closing stages, even breaking into the top 3 in Pro Enduro in the final test, but ultimately fell just short. Carpentier secured his first Australian round win, with Hayward second and Shido completing the podium in third.
Yeah, today was pretty awesome. Started with a good first test and set the tone, and just had a little oopsie on the second lap, but kept it in a good rhythm, and I'm really happy with how the day went. Obviously grabbing the win today in the E1 class and 4th outright is it's pretty good. So it's like a massive shout out to the whole Yamaha JGR off-road team for all the effort. It's been a long time coming, and very, very happy with it.
Riding with precision in every section, Ruprecht once again completed a perfect day in E2, controlling the class from start to finish. Dixon maintained his consistent form to secure second, continuing to build momentum in the championship. Kogenlock delivered another determined performance to claim third, working through the demanding conditions and backing up his round 3 result. McMahon backed up his Pro Enduro result with another class victory in E3, combining speed with consistency across the day.
Yeah, today was good for me here at round 4 at Dungog. Got off to a smooth start again and was consistent all day and pushing for that outright test win. Unfortunately didn't get one this weekend, but we're close. We're just not there yet. So yeah, good weekend for me. First in class both days and second outright both days, but yeah, we still have a lot of work to do, and we've got a bit of time between now and QMP, so looking forward to the work.
Brock Grabham impressed once again aboard the Stark Varg, claiming second and continuing to demonstrate the potential of the electric machine in the tough enduro conditions. Max Midwinter rebounded strongly after an early setback, building pace as the day progressed to secure third and remain firmly in the mix within the class. Jessica Gardner continued her dominant run in the EW category, controlling the day from the opening test and steadily extending her lead across each stage.
Yeah, unreal day today, pretty solid. It was really challenging conditions out there. Dungog Club did an awesome event to put us on in a time card enduro format, and unfortunately conditions weren't in their favour. It was super dry and we tore through that ground pretty hard, so it got really rough and challenging out there. But all in all, only had one little crash today, quite decent. Other than that, got the win in the enduro women's class, which I'm super stoked on, and so happy for our Yamaha JGR off-road team. It's been a while coming. It's the first time we've all had a solid win, with Jeremy going first in E1 and Lorna Locke in the junior girls class as well. So super stoked for the whole team and all our partners.
Maddie Simpson once again showed resilience, recovering from early difficulties to secure second place and maintain her championship presence. Courtney Ruby delivered a standout performance to claim her first podium finish in third, marking a significant milestone. The EJ class faced a full and demanding 6-test day, with momentum shifting across multiple stages as the battle unfolded. Kai Austin carried his strong form from round 3 into Sunday, setting the pace early and continuing to build through the day, maintaining control as the test progressed and the victory in round 4.
Yeah, really dusty, rocky, technical. Kept it off the ground, which was good, better than yesterday. So yeah, no, I had a good day and minimised all my mistakes, so yeah, it was good. The boys were ripping today. I feel that the boys were riding good, so it was hard to stay focused and keep going well.
Behind him, Marcus Nolan's consistency proved crucial, piecing together a series of solid results across all tests to secure second overall and keep himself firmly in the fight throughout. Bo Tripconi recovered from a costly opening test. The early deficit proved difficult to recover, leaving him to round out the podium in third after a hard-fought day.
Another round in the books for the Yamaha Australian Enduro Championship presented by MX Store, and you can write it up for a perfect day once again for Will Ruprecht. The guys are going to go back and really have to dig deep to try and steal away one of these wins in Pro Enduro. A lot of close racing here today in Dungog. A lot of tired riders are leaving this place with nightmares about the track conditions. It was absolutely brutal out there. The championship now moves to Queensland QMP May 16th and 17th. For all Oz Enduro details and news, head over to their website or the socials. We'll see you again soon.